everyone, if you would like to see who pops out of the top of my cider card, keep watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is LJ here. So today we're going to do another Christmas themed card. Hello, if you are new, welcome. I am a bit of a mad creature with two beautiful cats. I often forget what I'm saying. Words are hardy-wardy. I laugh at myself quite a lot, and I invite you to too. I often do papercraft mixed media style things on a Tuesday. On a Friday I do resin, and if I am in a design team or doing an awesome crafty hop, they tend to be on a Saturday. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing if this is the kind of thing you enjoy. If you are subscribed, you are awesome and I love you. Let's get on. So we're going to make a Christmas wiper card. Now I have these really cute little images that I have coloured and fussy cut, and these are from Clearly Besotted, and these are the Christmas plushies. I'll stick the an image up for you. I adore Clearly Besotted stamps. They are super cute. They have the most gorgeous themes. I love their sentiments. I love all of them. They are just, I love this stamp company. They are based in the UK, but you can buy all of their products through Simon Says Stamp in the US. So you can get it everywhere, and they're just, oh, they're so cute. I love them. So these are the images we're going to use. I have this die which I absolutely adore, and I cannot for the life of me remember the brand because I haven't kept the packaging. This was one of the first dies I ever bought, and it's brilliant because it has the shadow. So it has the Merry Christmas and it has the shadow. So I have cut that. I cut the Merry Christmas out of red, and I cut the shadow out of this dark grey because it matches the design paper that I'm using. On that note, I am using the Festive Wonder 12x12 pack. I got this in the January sales, so I didn't use this till last year, and it's beautiful colours. So we've got the reds, the whites, the greys and the golds, and it is just stunning. I mean, you can see the designs there. So I've just used a couple of their sheets, and as we're doing Christmas and I'm using red, I thought we would do a green card base. So let's talk through what you're going to need. There are a few bits for this. I apologise for my squeaky chair. It is my chair, honestly, it is not my bum. First thing you're going to need is two pieces of card, which are 10 by 5. So 10 by 5, and then you're going to score them at 1.5 and 3. So I've scored both of these, as you can see. Let's burnish them while we're talking. So this is going to make a 5 by 7 card, which is a fairly standard card size here in the UK. Obviously you could adapt this and make it for whatever size card you want to make. You just have to adjust the measurements, that's all. And can I just say, I know I say it all the time, but this thing is incredible. This bone folder, burnisher, paper folder, whatever you want to call it. I know some people don't like saying bone folder, because they did used to be made of bone, the original ones, but this is plastic. This is so good for my hand. Rather than trying to squeeze something tiny like this, or even this one, you can see where I hold it at an odd angle, the bottom's actually not even flat anymore. This is a godsend if you have sore hands or you need help with anything. I'm sorry, I digress. Right, we have our two pieces of 10 by 5. To do our mats and layers, I'll keep one out to show you. First thing we're going to need for your first mat to fit nicely here. Oh, I have a little bit of a lump. That's where it came out of the paper pad. It was perforated. So this will fit here. So this section, obviously you've gone to 3. So this is 5 by 7. So your sheet here, sorry, I completely zoned out then. It's raining and I love the sound of rain. Focus. So this piece here is 5 by 7. So this is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then if you're doing a second layer on top, which I am for my back, to do a sentiment panel, this is going to be 4.5 by 6.5. And then that will just sit quite nicely like so. So you're going to need, however you want to do it, whether you want to do 1 layer or 2 layers, front and back, so you'll need that many. For these smaller areas, you need 4 3/4. Yes, 4 3/4 by 1 1/4, and you'll need 4 of those. Obviously you could then go smaller and do a 4.5 by 1 if you wanted to do 2 layers. I'm not going to, I'm going to leave it with that. So the first step is I'm going to stick on all of my layers. Now, when you put this together, it's going to look like this. When you put this together, it's going to look like this. Let's try that again, hey? When you put it together, it's going to look like this. So you need to make sure that if you have directional paper, that it is pointing the right way. Okay? I have done this and put them up the wrong way. I mean, like this it is quite easy, but you never know if you have directional papers. It may not be as easy. So I'm going to stick my mats and layers on, and then I will come back to you. So I'll just show you. I have my 4 of these, my red and white for the back, and then on the front, this paper pad has a little row of houses. And I thought because of my little characters, it would be super cute. So I've done a red, and then I'm just going to put the houses over so it looks like it's snowing. I thought that was really cute. I'm going to stick all of those on, and then I will be back. So here is my front panel. So we've got our houses, we've got the snow falling, we have got the edge pieces. Here is my back panel. So I had this super cute stamp set. It's called Personal Impressions Snow is Falling. And there are 4 stamps. If I show you I have a bit of paper I can put this on. So those are the 4 stamps. You've got Snow is Falling to the Ground, All is Hushed Like Silent Night, the penguins, and then the family. So obviously I went with the penguins. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to use it on this card because it's full of penguins. So what I did was we stuck our little guy on the back in the corner, and then I just did another red and another white layer to surround the sentiment. So that is our back panel. On our front panel, I have got the Merry Christmas, which we're going to pop there, I think. Yep, I'm going to do it before I change my mind, because I always do something and then go, oh, should I have done that? And change my mind, and so I'm not going to. And I have to say, I know this is slightly darker grey than this, but I think it works. And I have to say, that basically in the middle, yes. I really forgot how much I like red and grey. I used to wear red and grey a lot as a child, and sort of purple and grey as a teenager. And I now kind of, I'm so sorry about this chair, I am getting a new chair. I miss grey. I might have to put some grey back into my wardrobe. So we have our little guy on the back, and we're going to have our sleigh as the piece that is on our wiper mechanism. So now we've got three little characters. And so I'm thinking this way. So do I do the penguin over this side and then our reindeer together the opposite way because of the number of houses? Or do I kind of put him in the middle? I think we need to go like that. Yes, that works. And I am literally just going to stick it on. So I think I don't want to cover all the trees, so maybe there. Again, I'm just going to stick it on before I change my mind, because I do have a tendency to second guess myself and then feel really frustrated. Where are we doing this little guy? There, I think. Yep, over the small house. And let's pop him here. So those two going towards each other, and then we've got our little penguin with the Christmas pud. And we're going to pop him going this way, I think back a tiny bit. There we go. In front of the house. Nice. Very, very nice. So the next step is to stick our base together. So when we have it, we're going to have the front and the back. I'm literally just going to open them like this. First step is we're only going to put glue on this panel. And I'm using my art glitter glue because it is a very strong glue. You could use tape, you could use anything you like. And I'm just going to stand this up, line it up at the end, like so. Burnish that down. Like so. And then I'm going to lift this up. And again, we're going to do just this end panel. So it's the same panel on each piece. Just going to remove that glue that's near the... And then because this is already stuck on, we can just lay it down like so. Stand it up to make sure it's the right height. And then burnish it. Wonderful! So now when we stand this up, we have this lovely hole in the centre, and then you will fold it like this so it is 5 by 7 to go in your 5 by 7 envelopes. So now we need to work on our mechanism. For your mechanism, you will need a piece that is 4.5 by 3.5. This will fit inside here, and this is why we need it to fit here so that it doesn't catch. You will need to adjust this depending on what you are adding as your character. So if you have a very large character, in order for it to fit here, you're going to need to cut this down to fit your character. Does that make sense? So whatever your topper is, you will need to adjust the height of this. So say for example, do I have anything really... Do I have a flat flower anywhere? Of course not. There we go. So, say for example your, whatever you were going to come up, your sentiment, your character, whoever, was the size of this bag. If I stuck this right on the end, there is no way it would fit. So I would need to figure out the height and then cut my white panel down. Does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining that well. Now my little character is only going to be this sleigh, and I'm going to adapt this slightly because I would like my sleigh to be on some acetate so that it is stronger and it just gives it a bit of an illusion so it looks like it is floating. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this down. Just going to cut off about there. Almost in half, I would say, maybe a little bit less than in half. In fact, where am I going to cut this? I'm going to cut this at 3. I think I'm going to need to do slightly more than that, but we'll try it. So we'll start with 3. So mine is now 3 by 3. Yes. Sorry, I completely confused myself then and couldn't figure out what I was doing. So I'm going to cut that at 3. And I think, because if we want that to be like this, so there. Okay, so I'm going to cut this just above my finger like so. And I've already put my red liner tape on. So I'll take off the backing to my red liner tape. This stuff is covered in static and ends up stuck to me. I go upstairs and I'm covered in bits of red plastic, but that's okay. And I'm just going to eyeball the middle of this like so. I'm just going to burnish that in. The thing that I love about this tape is when you rub it in, all the white bubbles disappear, and so you can tell when it's fully secured. So, I'm going to show you like this to explain it. You want to put this about this far down, so against this. You're going to stick it here, you're going to hold it on the back right up against this corner, but you want to come down to where the top of your sheet, whether it's acetate, whether it's paper, is just above the card. Okay, so I'm going to go about an inch, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, and I'm only going to put tape on this strip. Okay, editing LJ here because I forgot to add an important piece of information. When you have cut your mechanism piece, be it acetate or paper or card or whatever you are using, on the bottom left corner you will need to make a line. So we're going to go across the bottom 1.5 inches. We're going to go up the left side 1.5 inches. We're going to make a small pencil mark at each point, and then we're going to score that line so you have a corner. This corner is the most important part of your mechanism, and for some reason I didn't decide to explain it to you in the video. Yes. Anyway, we all make mistakes. I make a lot of them. So you need to score that corner line. As you can see there is that corner scored in. Now, acetate doesn't like being folded and scored, so that's why I use paper at the bottom and acetate at the top, but you are free to do it in acetate if you feel that is better for you. Do what works for you guys. That's the whole point of crafting. I am going to go to my red liner tape again because this stuff is wonderful. And just to be sure that I've covered everything, I am going to over stick this and then cut it off perfectly so that I know everything is covered. Do that to make sure. Right. Now the tutorial that I watched did something really cool here, so I'm going to do the same. She slowed down this clip to show people, so I'm not going to slow mine down, but I will just do it slowly for you. So with this tape facing me, I'm going to slide this down to the height we said, so about 3/4 of an inch or so up, so that my acetate is sticking just above, and I'm pushing this against this corner here. This point, I'm pushing it up against it so that that is flush against this join here, okay? And then I'm going to hold it in place and I'm going to push down here. So this is where our tape is. So I'm going to burnish that like so. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue in there because I did my own fault. Totally my own fault. I don't know why I'm saying I don't like the bottles. I love the bottles. There we go. Stick that back down. So depending on how you have done this, you will have some of that white card sticking out of the bottom, and all you need to do is trim it off so that it is hidden when it is closed. And now when I close it, there's nothing coming out of the bottom. So there is a die set that you can buy to create this, and basically I'm just using the same measurements as the die to create this. And that fits really nicely now. It doesn't catch, it doesn't do anything. So we can stick our little sleigh on. I've already put my tape on the back of it. I was literally just about to say, look, I can be prepared, but I can't find the tool that I literally just used. There it is. Ah, I'm such a professional here. Oh dear. Okay. So then we're going to stick our little sleigh just it's above the cup. There we go. I'm going to use this one to do that just because it's a smaller section. There we go. Perfect. So now when you have your card in your envelope like that, really cute, and then you open it up and the little sleigh appears at the top. I absolutely love this. For interest, and I'm going to adjust my measurement as well, this piece of white is now 2 inches wide. So rather than being 3.5 inches, I cut it down to 2 inches. So have a go, explore, figure out the best way you want to do it in a way that fits you. So there is our little card, and then on the back we have this cute little sentiment as well. So there we go. Thank you very much for spending time with me today, guys. Keep crafting, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!